set to go. Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. To try again after the sack. Wilson. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Oh, he almost picked him. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down. Here we go on fourth with Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. It was Jarran Reed who got him down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on fourth down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Ryan letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. From the left hash, this from 46.
46-yard attempt.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
1st and 10.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
54 Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Throwing again. Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got his star receiver. Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 39 the Falcons have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
The kickoff for Atlanta.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And now he's going to use his legs. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, Wilson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him.
4 yards.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. They'll try to run with Carson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
It's 3rd down and goal.
Big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Touchdown,
Philip Dorsett there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. It's up and good, so they go the conservative route instead, and it gets them a 7-6 lead here in the opening quarter.
6. Jason Myers to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here's Powell on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Now Ryan on 1st down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
1st down.
Wilson operating from the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson on target to DK Metcalf. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the PAT. So file that one away. Could eventually loom large here as the night progresses.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Gurley, the ball
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
from the 31. Ryan. Slant to Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. After one, it's 13-6.
Falcons 6.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
He's across.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. All right, CD, I want to fit in your preseason predictions here. This is now our 5th year together in the booth. Hard to believe time flies, but it's an annual tradition that you tell us how you think things are going to shape up in each conference. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in and touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. From the gun, Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
19, Falcons 6. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Powell on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Gurley. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
37-yard line.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Operating from the gun, Wilson, and he's brought down. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He's looking for Ridley again, and it's third down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. On third down, Ryan. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 46. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
All right, this gives us a chance, Charles, to go back to your playoff predictions. We covered the AFC. What do you see happening in the NFC?
All right, let's go with the division winners. Dallas in the east, Green Bay in the north. Let's see, New Orleans in the south, and out west, San Francisco. Wild cards, I think two are come from out west. Arizona and Seattle. And the third wild card, I think it's going to come from the south.
Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Now Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line, quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. And one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
24-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
First and 10.
That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. Some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. To throw is Wilson, operating from the gun. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. From the gun on third down, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Let's step into a different topic here for a second, Charles. You think about all the action that happened on Sunday, week 1 in the NFL, but Saturday was an important day for a number of players around the league as well. In fact, we might even have a new holiday, call it Extension Day. A number of contracts.
Can we make it into a movie? Can we do that? Can we make it into a movie?
Yeah. Fine by me. A number of contracts that were crucial were extended.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Complete to Dorsett.
Wilson.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The extra point now coming from Myers. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Score Seahawks 40, Falcons 6. Jason Myers.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Here's Powell on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
10 at their own 33-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
All right, while we have a second here, Charles, let's look ahead to week 2 on the NFL slate. Some great games coming up. I'm just looking early here Sunday. You got Carolina, Tampa Bay. Wondering if Tampa can get the win there. Detroit and Green Bay both 1-0. That's intriguing. An in-division game. And then, you know, Washington and Arizona, you probably wouldn't highlight that one normally, but one of those two teams, one of those teams, excuse me, is going to be 2-0.
Yeah, that's going to be a whole lot of fun to watch. And how about the Sunday nighter? New England at Seattle. Cam Newton now leading the Patriots, and Russell Wilson was so sharp in the opener at Atlanta. And then, of course, on Monday night, the opening of the Raiders' new stadium with the Saints coming to town. I'm really excited about that one.
And you've said it well with the Raiders. If there was ever a stadium that looked like a Raiders stadium.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short.
From the gun, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Get in the weight room. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Watch the screen.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
CD, let's take a moment here and get your thoughts just on week 1 in general. Certainly no shortage of storylines, but I'm curious, after 1 week, which teams really caught your eye?
Well, teams with continuity certainly did. Kansas City, the defending champions, they were sharp in their season opener, as was Baltimore, who, of course, has title aspirations, getting upset in the playoffs last year. How about a couple of big surprises? What about Washington, coming back from a big deficit against Philadelphia at home, getting a win for head coach Ron Rivera? What a big game for them. And, of course, Jacksonville. Everyone's talking about how this team has just been dismantled. They'll be lucky to win 2 games. They won a big one against Indianapolis. And, of course, all year long, we'll follow the New England, Tampa Bay ledger, won't we? In this case, New England, with all their changes, they get a win. Tampa Bay, with all their additions, they take a loss on the road at New Orleans.
Yeah, you know that coach in New England slept a little bit better than the quarterback down in Florida after week 1.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
2nd and 10, it's Ryan again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Ryan will throw again. And my goodness, another interception. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
I want to change course here for a second, CD, and talk about week 1 Breeze versus Brady. Obviously, such a spotlight matchup. Remember, these two met way back in the Big Ten in college. Brady won that game, Michigan over Purdue, but since being in the NFL, this was the 6th time they've gone head-to-head. Now, Breeze won the first 3 battles. Brady had won the next 2, battles 4 and 5. Number 6, though, back to Drew Brees, and now we don't know how.
Philip Dorsett by himself.
Oh, boy, you ain't got no feet.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Philip Dorsett on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Operating from the gun. Wilson to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended there. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
16, Tyler Lockett.
Tyler Lockett in the final seconds of the first half. And this offense is running away with this one. Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage. Put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of him.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half.
And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
And goal.
That one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. That sack was by Isaiah Oliver from his cornerback position.
It's 2nd down.
On 2nd and goal. Wilson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but now it's 3rd and goal.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
To Tyler Lockett.
10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now Myers for the extra point. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good.
Jason Myers to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Falcons take over 1st and 10.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
And it's third down.
On third down, it's Carson, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Touchdown, Seattle.
A 9-yard touchdown run, and the Seahawks are running away with this one. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Here's Wilson, operating from the gun. And his throw here's incomplete.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Now it's Ryan. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks.
Push him back. Push him back.
From the gun, Wilson, and he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
6. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. That's caught inside the 20. And he's taken down inside the red zone past the Seattle 15. He's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand, and sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy and try and turn it hot. Try and get things going. Find a way to get everything kick-started. As you noted, he has their only touchdown, so he's had the most success in the game thus far.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Short of the goal line.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons claw one back.
He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout. Instead, it's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Wins championships, baby. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Here we go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
They run. It's Gurley. He will push his way down to about the 14. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
At the 14-yard
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Second down and 8.
Mike 54. Let's go one more. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Bandit. Bandit.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Again, they run with Gurley. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
To throw on 3rd down. Ryan, just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. The linebacker Bobby Wagner able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Koo to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 15. Operating from the gun. Wilson steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a 1st down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the 1st down.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
It's a turnover on downs.
Here's Gurley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the 4th.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back into this one.
Gurley again here on 1st down. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons are able to make things a bit more respectable. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken about a yard deep.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We've got a lopsided game here, which I don't know, Charles. What does the handbook say that we discuss? And now here is another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the return will stop right around the 25. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
At the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Gurley. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Ryan. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That'll bring up 4th down after back-to-back-to-back 3-yard pickups.
4th down and 1.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Here we go. It's Gurley. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
We play it to win. Let's go.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, no surprise there that he got the ball. When you've got 2 touchdowns already, you're probably demanding it in your own huddle. And you can bet this defense, though, is going to be keyed in on him at this point. And they did a nice job stopping him behind the line of scrimmage.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Gurley. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this carries into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down, flushed out right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Forced out to his left. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Throwing again here, Wilson. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Falcons 28. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Now it's Gurley. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
Hurst, incomplete. He was covered by Jamal Adams.